New Balance, they have been on a roll for the last couple of years, giving us outstanding collaborations on the popular 990 series, while also bringing back sneakers from their archive like the 550 and the 2002R that have proven to be immensely popular with sneakerheads. And now they have created one of their most interesting and aggressive shoes that they've ever made. And after its initial collab with Joe Fresh Goods, we have now finally started to see some general release colorways on this model. And I got one of the nicest ones right here. My name is Josh, and I will be telling you everything you need to know about the New Balance 9060. So what is good, guys, and welcome back to all of my long-term viewers. Shout out to each and every one of you for supporting the channel. And by the way, if you haven't already done so, make sure you hit that notification bell. Some of you guys have been telling me that you haven't been seeing my videos on your home feed. The YouTube algorithm is very unpredictable, so if you want to be notified every time I drop a video, make sure you hit that noti bell. And if you are new here, my name is Josh. I do sneaker reviews, all kinds of other sneaker content, and I am dropping at least 3 videos a week, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. And for even more content, check out my bi-weekly podcast, The Kickback Pod, available on all streaming platforms. And for much more daily content, make sure you check out my Instagram. That is where I am the most active, at JDKick6. But now let's get into this incredible pair of shoes right here, the New Balance 9060. And the colorway I have in my hand is the first general release colorway we've seen from this shoe. It is officially being called the Mindful Gray colorway, which is definitely an interesting name considering that the sneaker is not even gray. In fact, most of the sneaker is covered in different tones of beige. We got like a darker tan color as well as a lighter beige. The first time we saw this model was on this pair. This is the Joe Fresh Goods 9060 in the Penny Cookie colorway. And even though I haven't reviewed this shoe yet on the channel, I gotta say this has to be in the conversation for one of the best sneakers to drop this year. But coming back to this Mindful Gray colorway, so the retail price of the shoe here in Europe was 150 euros, $150 in the US, making this a pretty affordable New Balance sneaker. It's only 20 bucks more than your 2002 Rs, and if you look at European prices for the 990s, this shoe is about 70 euros cheaper than the 990s, making this, in my opinion, one of the best value for money New Balances out there. And the first time I saw this shoe on that Joe Fresh Goods collab, the first thought I had in my head was, wow, that shoe looks like a New Balance 990 and a Yeezy 500 just had a baby. A very aggressive shoe from New Balance. That midsole is kind of wild. The upper of the sneaker features elements from the 990 series, and also the other shoe that it takes its inspiration from is the New Balance 860 V2. We've seen New Balance in the past come out with some pretty futuristic looking slimmer models like the XC72, but this is the first time we've really seen such a drastically different chunky looking shoe from the brand. This Mindful Gray colorway, in fact, is actually my favorite looking colorway to drop in this model. I personally prefer it even more than the Joe Fresh Goods pairs. There's also some other colorways that will be dropping very shortly, but so far at least, this Mindful Gray one is really the nicest one. Let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think? And let's get into the shoe. So most of the upper is actually done in a nubuck material, and this nubuck material just feels really nice, really soft. Although the materials used on the Joe Fresh Goods pairs were definitely a level above, these are still incredibly nice for a general release model. I'm quite a big fan of the toe box of this shoe. I love the way it looks from the top down. The toe box actually almost looks like a heart-shaped mesh panel. Moving on to the lateral side, so you have a very enlarged end logo here. It is much bigger than the end logos you see on a 990, and it is done in 3M. Looking at the medial side, you have an embroidered end logo, which you actually did not get on the Joe Fresh Goods pairs. However, you do get it on the general release colorways, and I think that looks really nice. On the tongue of the sneaker, so the tongue is in fact made out of leather, and it's the only part of the shoe that's done in leather. And on the top of the tongue, you have this jeweled logo there done in an emerald green color. Moving on to the back of the shoe, so you get a transparent heel counter here. We've seen this heel counter before on the 990s as well, but on this shoe, it's definitely bigger. And then moving down to easily the most interesting part of the shoe, which is this midsole. This midsole was not taken from any other midsole in New Balance's archive. Instead, it was created completely from scratch. It is made with New Balance's Absorb technology, and it definitely gives me some pretty heavy Yeezy 500 vibes. The outsole of the sneaker looks like it's made up of these different pods which have a diamond right in the center of it. I have to say I really like the direction that New Balance took with the shoe. Even though it is quite a fashion forward shoe, at the same time it has that 990 recognizable look to it, which makes this shoe not that intimidating to wear to even all the dads out there. Shout out to the New Balance design team, you guys really hit a home run with this one. Moving on to sizing, I can definitely recommend that these shoes you should go true to size, which is definitely not something that I expected, considering that in pretty much most of the New Balance 990s I can easily fit a half size down. These, however, fit much better true to size, and I would even say that if you have wide feet, I would suggest going up half a size because it is quite tight in the midfoot area. Normally, if I go true to size in the 990s, I do get a little bit of heel slippage, but not with this shoe. True to size is definitely my recommendation, and if you have wide feet, like I said, go up half a size. I'm also happy to say that these shoes are very comfortable. I don't really notice much difference in comfort between this shoe and the 990 series. I think these are pretty good for all day use. This colorway currently is actually reselling for slightly more than retail. So if you really like the colorway, definitely go ahead and cop them. I will leave a link in the description. However, like I said, this is a general release pair and there are a lot more general release colorways on the way. So if you want to wait, I'm sure you'll be able to get yourself a pair for retail. I don't know if all the other colorways will be as nice as this one, but even if you want this one, it's not really selling for a whole lot above retail anyway. So yeah, you can go ahead and cop. Overall, the New Balance 9060s, although New Balance did take a risk here with a pretty aggressive looking shoe, I think they really pulled it off. And from a consumer point of view, I really don't think you can complain about what you're getting for your money with a pair like this. For 150 bucks, you're getting a shoe which feels definitely just as good quality-wise as some of the more expensive New Balances. It's also very comfortable, and as you can tell with this colorway, they look pretty good. Very big fan of the shoe. I definitely think these are a cop. Let me know down in the comments if you will be copying the New Balance 9060. I did manage to cop another colorway. It hasn't arrived yet, but I will be dropping a video for that next week. And if you found the video useful and you haven't already subscribed to the channel, just hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.